What is up, everybody? It's the Mailman, Jimmy Milstead, and it's the WrestleMania 39 Roundtable here on the Small Package, episode 13. And I've got a couple of my buddies joining me on the podcast / YouTube. We're doing a YouTube show as well for this. I used to do the Small Package on the YouTube with my buddies Ryan Alexander Taylor and the Rory Barr from Blackpool, England. We've kind of not done the show for a while due to me learning YouTube stuff, trying to improve the show, but we're trying to make a comeback here. And I've got my buddy, the Colonel, Nick Reedy, from the great state of Minnesota, the state of hockey, joining me. And I've got, for the first time, a guy I met, like I said in my intro, the Chosen Juan, John Lopez. He's from Round Rock, Texas, near Austin. And how's it going, gentlemen?
Good, Jimmy.
Let's go to we'll go to the Colonel first because we're gonna introduce the Chosen One here in a minute. The Colonel, what's up, buddy? How are you doing?
Good. Excited for WrestleMania weekend. 2 days of pure masculine and feminine alpha. I'm excited. At the end of the season, bringing up for the pool. It's the last match card. It's going to turn everything around, and we're going to, I hope, crown a new champion. But as the last 2 years have proven, we're having issues with that one because the same guy just keeps pulling it through. But excited to be here.
All right. And then my buddy, I met John at WrestleMania 32, pre-gaming out there. I don't even remember the little place we were at, John, but we were with our boys from Pittsburgh, the Nick and Brian guys. I still keep in contact with Brian a lot. Nick kind of fell off the radar for me. I know he just started a family. A couple of good guys. They used to have the Nick and Brian show. That's where I got my inspiration to talk wrestling a lot. But that's where I've met the Chosen One, John Lopez. What's up, buddy? How you doing?
I'm well. Do you remember what happened on that glorious day in Dallas, Texas?
I kind of do. You can. I don't know. Do you want? It was. That's a nightmare scenario.
I believe I was on row 8, and I think I spent like $1,500 on that ticket, and it disappeared. I lost it. I had to buy one of the newly opened seats that they have. That was just past the first section, I believe, and yeah, that was another $2,000. So that WrestleMania cost quite a bit of money. But I did make the WrestleMania show that they had, the pre-show, so you could see me kind of, but yeah, it's always good. I see a lot of Facebook posts about what's going on in Los Angeles right now with all the independent wrestling, and man, I wish I was there. Looks like it's pretty cool shit. Kota Ibushi, I believe, is kicking ass.
Yeah, we got our buddies Tim, the pipe layer, Kelly from the contest, and the Mental Taker, Kevin Mendelson, guys that are in my neck of the woods. We go to Defy shows a lot out here, John and Nick. But they made the trek down there. My last WrestleMania was the New York in 35, pre-COVID. Before the 2-night extravaganzas, I'm more in favor of the 2 nights, I think. We're going to ask you guys how you guys feel here in a minute. But, yeah, my last WrestleMania of 7 straight Manias, guys, it kind of got burnt out. John, what was your last Mania?
I believe it was at Dallas.
Okay.
And I had a good streak. I think we went to every WrestleMania from 25 to 32. So that was like seven in a row. The first one was, I want to say it was in Houston.
Okay. That's a good one.
And we were about 12 rows back, and then my buddy was like, we're never doing that again. And so every year after that, he bought front row tickets. So we were front row show for quite a bit. So it was the best of times back then.
Yeah, John's on a lot of the Kofi spots for the Rumble. I remember when you guys were in the front row for there. What was your buddy's name? I remember him a lot too.
His name was actually Juan, so that's where I kind of stole. I stole his name. Since you gave my loose cannon name away, I stole his Chosen Juan name. No,
because here's a funny story, John. The other John Lopez, I thought he was you for some reason. Because
we're all the same. Yeah.
No, but he he's a regular on the Salamonster podcast for giving him his shout out. I guess he donates a lot to the show, but Salamonster Sounds Off podcast. He does a great job. But I always heard John Loose Cannon Lopez, and I'm like, that's the Lopez I met. And then I started talking to two different Johns, and I'm like, wait a minute, you're not from Texas? He's from the California area. And so I don't know. It just was like, wow, I've been calling you Loose Cannon. Even though if you wanted the name, I guess we could have a battle for it, I guess. But
yeah. It has been given up. But funny, quick little note about that spot that you get to see me in WrestleMania. That was in St. Louis. We were out in line. Local St. Louis news team were interviewing people in line. And they asked me what I thought and who I thought was going to win. And I'm like, I really don't care who wins as long as it's not Randy Orton. And I don't know if that ever made it, but that would be pretty cool if they're like random Mexican guy in St. Louis goes against hometown boy. But then Sheamus won, so I think I would have preferred Randy. I don't know.
Yeah, that's right. Sheamus won that one. Yeah, that was funny. Good times, but it was a pleasure to meet you down there, buddy. And I think I've gotten to know you ever since. So we got to meet up again. But Nick, you haven't been to a WrestleMania yet. Is Minnesota ever going to get one?
I don't know. I think probably with the new U.S. Bank Stadium, but no one wants to come up here in the cold.
Did you go to that pay-per-view where it was the Wyatts versus the Shield?
TLC?
It wasn't. I know it was in Minneapolis. But
no, I didn't go to that one. I went to the TLC match where all the chairs got pulled down on Strowman.
Oh.
But
yeah, that Shield versus the Wyatt family was probably one of my favorite matches for a long time. So I don't know if y'all remember that.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I remember that. That was really
I think it opened the show. It was even better. Hot crowd.
Usually between those guys, between those guys, I don't remember too many bad matches. They put on stellar shows. John, last year, I wish we could have swapped Manias. Last year's Mania was pretty good at Jerry's World there in Dallas. Unfortunately, the one we went to, it was kind of lackluster in my opinion. But do you have a favorite WrestleMania?
Favorite WrestleMania. So it was probably one of the ones they obviously went to. I got to say, the one in Miami was really cool because that was The Rock's return. And everybody booed Cena, and then when The Rock's music hit, that place erupted. And of course, it was a open stadium, and it was like deafening. And then of course he walked right by me, and I reached out, and I didn't quite touch him, but
yeah. Yeah, I went. My first Mania was the year later in New York with the rematch. It was a good experience being the first one, but I think the run I went to. I think the two that I had in New Orleans were my favorite because everything was so close. You have to go that far. And I can't wait to have a reaction show with Mental Taker and Pipeline to see how that LA traffic's been because I don't know if that's something I want to experience. But LA is a town I haven't really visited yet. I've only passed through the airports, but that stadium looks awesome, and it should be a great show, guys.
Well,
Nick,
we have some old history with New Orleans, don't we? There, Mailman.
Well, that was my very first visit ever, and that was unfortunately we were just on a 4-day pass when we were in the Army there, John. And yeah, still some great stories.
We have some good stories.
Did y'all ever hang out at the Swamp?
Well, for another show.
Well, the Swamp was one of my favorite places because all of a sudden all the Ring of Honor guys were there the night of Supercard of Honor, and I got to hang out with Bennett and
oh wow,
and the Briscoes and Whitmer. I think Whitmer was there too.
Oh, BJ Whitmer, yeah.
Yeah, BJ, yeah. So yeah, it was a ton of guys there, and that was like my fan experience. I got to hang out with all these guys, buy them beers, and they drank a whole lot that year.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about WrestleManias in New Orleans. They're just walking at Bourbon Street, and I was able to. I don't want to bring up the wrestler's name. Well, I will for John. Chuck Taylor. This is before I knew your story with it. I bought him a beer there at one of the. I can't remember. It was one of the. I can't remember the bar. It had it was one of the country ones, I think. But it was the closest establishment on the street where the Bourbon Street at the time. But yeah, the wrestlers are walking down. I just think the whole New Orleans experience with a WrestleMania has been fun, and I did it twice. But Nick, on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you for the show this weekend?
Well, we'll get into why, but with some of the predictions I make, I'm probably on a 10.
Oh.
Just because we know that I'm not a huge fan of a certain group, but as we get into that, we'll get into that. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited because I think that it's time to move on.
Anti-Judgment Day sentiment, it sounds like. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, the Colonel. I don't know why, John. He's just anti-Bloodline, man.
Hey, if I want,
they do get shoved down our throats quite a bit. So, I mean, I don't see what the difference between, this Roman and face Roman is really. So.
Well, I will say that there was a certain organization for another organization that if I wanted to watch the 3 letters, I'd watch the 3 letters, and I'd watch the NWO. I don't need to watch the Bloodline.
Nick's old school WCW, but as a Sting fan, I mean, that was a great era as well.
It was phenomenal.
Nick's one of the biggest Sting fans I've ever met. But John, how excited are you out of a 10 for this show?
Man, I think I'm going to go with the 8. It's pretty good. I kind of feel like some of the matches are probably not going to live up to what we probably expect them to be. I don't know. And I guess I'll get into it. I don't think Cody is really taking the title. I really feel like it's going to be a Bloodline WrestleMania. I guess we'll know after the tag title match, but why would you take the title off Roman now when you're talking about these 1,000-day streaks and we're at day 900 and something? And, it was so important not to take it away from Sami Zayn 2 months ago, but you're going to take it away 2 months later, 60 days later. That doesn't make any difference in the longest reign title or consecutive day streak. So,
and I'll just comment on that a little bit, if I may, Jimmy. It was supposed to be gone before somebody got hurt. So, we gave him enough time. It's time. It's Cody's time.
Okay. But what?
Yeah, he's got his.
And I guess I had this line. What's better than finishing the story is continuing the story for a better finish next year. Who's Roman going to face next year?
Well, I got a little talking point on that if we want to get into it, Jimmy.
I know
it's your guys' show as well.
We're off script.
Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Usos drop the tag teams. Sicko gets a little bit upset, starts moving on. Next night, Roman drops. Sicko leaves, they all break up. 6 months down the road, the real tribal chief brings the family back together and starts moving towards WrestleMania next year. So then we got The Rock, the true tribal chief, versus the young kid who wants to be that guy. And that makes sense. And you want to talk about long-term story. You want to talk about dragging something out. You could drag the Bloodline out for another 2 or 3 years just with the top dogs fighting.
True.
Yeah,
but give these other guys a chance.
Yeah, SE Scoops. I was looking at their article today, guys. The Rock is favored to make a WWE WrestleMania 39 appearance, according to this article. I mean, I follow SE Scoops for a little bit. I think they're kind of a legit site. I'm reading what they said. According to odds makers, The Rock is expected to show up to Mania. Over the past few years, there have been talks about the company wanting to do this match. WrestleMania is in Philadelphia next year. WrestleMania 40. That's a big round number. The Rock's heavily involved in that XFL. Obviously, he's the owner, right? And that's going on right now. I have to think he's got to be in LA, guys. So WWE's originally hoped to have this match. I don't know. I think I'm thinking he's going to be there myself. If you guys listen to Sam Roberts' podcast, he made a really good pitch saying it's going to happen post defeat for Roman, John, and he'll end up taking the lay off of him. I don't know, man. When we see a heel Rock, how would you feel off that?
We won't see a heel Rock. Rock is
Yeah.
He's taking a big PR hit with his ego move for the DC universe. He did not want to be part of WrestleMania when Vince was under scrutiny. Last time he came out post-match at a pay-per-view, I believe, was at the Royal Rumble in Philadelphia, where he took in a whole lot of booze because of his baby cousin. I don't think he's coming.
Okay. Yeah, it's Nick. What do you think of that SE Scoops?
No, I think it's legit. I think, one of two things happens, and I'm pretty sure, the Bloodline drops everything and they have to start from scratch, build back up, and the culmination is The Rock versus Reigns at WrestleMania in the city of brotherly love next year, and tops it up. But there was another article I was reading. I can't remember if it was WrestleMania or one of the other guys put out that they had a perfect opportunity, and I think WWE tried when Jay and Jimmy were not on the same page, right? What a perfect opportunity to bring Rikishi in and add him to the Bloodline storyline as kind of that older guy in the anyway, because I think after Roman loses on Sunday, Heyman's gone, but I think Heyman's already got his eyes on who his next guy is going to be that he's going to support. And it makes sense, and it makes money sense because you could drag it out for, a whole nother year. But I think he's going to be there. It may not be as much of an effect as we think it's going to be. I could see him coming out the first day after Cena wins the belt, congratulate Cena, and just kind of let his, presence be there because of their feud that they had for so long. But yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I think there's gonna be a lot of twists and turns that nobody expects. But that's WrestleMania.
Yeah, Chosen Juan. I got this from Loose Cannon John Lopez. Roman Reigns will be the first wrestler to defend a world championship in 3 WrestleManias under one reign. So that's impressive. Just wanted to throw that nugget out there. I'm intrigued, boys. I honestly, I'm still torn on who I'm picking now. John thinks the Bloodline are still
really
poised for a big run.
I don't know. I really don't see them taking the belt off Roman. I think it makes more sense to keep to kick a little dirt onto Cody and let him keep on being the underdog. I don't know what happens. I don't see Cody as champ, and I don't know.
But what was, and I would ask both of you then, not to take over your question period there, mailman, but I do have a question for you. What do you take about the rumors that it was leaked, the new Universal Championship belt?
Oh, is it the
for
Wayne Eagle?
Cody? For Cody
Title, right?
Oh,
yeah.
That was. I think I saw a Photoshop of that thing. That looked pretty sweet. I know
it's not the red and blue one. It's not the red and blue one.
Oh, it's a white one, right?
It was the white one with American Nightmare on it. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. That definitely would make a lot of money off that. I know. I saw Cody's got a special, what is it, weightlifting belt. He's got every place he's been wrestled for on the Indies, or when he left as Stardust from the WWE. Man, that's a pretty cool piece.
Yeah.
I hope they show that closer. I only saw a picture of it. It was the outside. I would love to see the inscriptions on the inside. But you guys get a chance to see that?
I did.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I wonder if he hands that. He wouldn't hand that off to a kid, would he? Unless he's got 2 of them. But he likes to hand those off. Yeah, that should go in the. Oh, by the way, guys, I heard there's no WWE access anymore. At least that's what I heard. I don't know if that's innuendo or rumor, but they did away with the fan access. That would be a perfect piece of memorabilia to show off with the Andre the Giant statues and stuff. But I was told there was no fan access this year, or I guess
NXT
they didn't have it last year.
During the day again, right?
Yeah, that'll be Saturday, John.
So
10 a.m. West Coast.
That would probably take away from that. So I imagine they would want to focus on their employees.
Well, they got that Superstore. I think they've been doing signings from it. So But that was a cool experience. The 7 Manias I went to, they seem to do a good job changing it up every year. I mean, you had the same like memorabilia and stuff, but I loved watching the NXT matches, and they had different little places you could check out for that. But yeah, so 2 nights, guys. There is NXT Saturday. I don't think we're going to talk too much about it. We can talk about our picks offline if you want. But there is 7 NXT matches. Are you excited for that show? I haven't been a weekly watcher of it, but I did watch this past episode. I am looking forward to the Braun Breaker Carmelo Hayes NXT Championship match. You got to think maybe Braun Breaker might be the one guy maybe ready to come up. But I guess without talking about NXT, what other surprises on the lower card? Do you guys have any talents coming in? I know Jay White's a free agent out there. Anybody else? I'm not thinking of too many right now. Maybe after the Raw after Mania, somebody like Jay White debuts. Nick.
The only kind of surprise that I got a few grumblings about was, since the Hell in a Cell is going to be obviously Balor as the Demon, which one of the best personas we got nowadays. And it sounds like Edge was hinting that he would have somebody with him. And we're probably going to look at, back to the Brood entrance he had before. But it sounds like, my man Peeps is not going to be released in time to make it from AEW. So the only other person that's there is Gangrel. We could see Gangrel coming out and being that, secondary guy with Edge. But at the same time, I don't know. I haven't been following the news, but I don't know where the Viper's at. And he seems like he was pretty close to coming back, probably after Mania. Could we see a connection with the old school tag team champs coming to take down Balor and the Demon? So, I mean, there's a lot of storyline, but when it comes to new guys coming up, I'm not a huge NXT watcher, so I haven't really been looking out. And there are some guys releasing from AEW soon that could be coming up, 1 or 2 Raws after. But Jay White's probably the biggest name that you'll see.
Chosen One, I know you're a big anti, or no, Riddle is your favorite wrestler, right?
No.
What say you? You're wearing the broski there. What's Matt Cardona?
That's what I was saying. Everybody expected Matt to be in the Royal Rumble, and he dissed us. And he's talked a lot of shit, and now he has an indie god tattoo on his neck like his buddy, the American Nightmare. I don't know where he would show up, but that would probably be my only thing. I don't think Jay White gets a pop at a WrestleMania crowd. So that feels like that would be wasted, maybe at the Raw after WrestleMania. But I really don't know who they could bring in that would be that big, unless it's Kota Ibushi. Unless Kota pops out, maybe he would get a big pop for an international crowd.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you guys watched. I know probably the Chosen One has that Kota Ibushi in that cruiserweight tournament was unbelievable. That was some of my favorite.
Him versus Cedric Alexander. I still watch that match to this day, and I get goosebumps because that was such a great match. And then Cedric getting signed or getting the attaboy from Triple H afterwards, and please sign Cedric, and he's like, we'll take care of him. I mean, that was my favorite cruiserweight challenge or cruiserweight championship tournament match of that series.
Yeah, Kota Ibushi, that's a hell of a talent. I would love to see that happen. Well, guys, you want to make your predictions? We got 2 nights to talk about. Night 1, Saturday, April 1st. Right now they got actually they're in stone. I mean, card subject to change as always, but 7 matches on night 1, April 1st, and then 6 matches on Sunday, April the 2nd. So we'll talk about night 1. What's piquing you guys' interest on this card? It looks like they have separated the Usos from Roman Reigns on the nights. I was always curious before they announced that which night the tag match would be on, because we knew Roman was facing Cody on night 2 in the main event. But let's go down the card here. John Cena's taking on Austin Theory, Charlotte Flair, Rhea Ripley, the Usos, and Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. The women's 6-man, Becky Lynch, Lita, and Trish Stratus versus Damage Control. Seth freaking Rollins taking on Logan Paul. Father versus son, Dom Mysterio versus Rey Mysterio. And then the Showcase Fatal 4-Way tag match. Braun Strowman, Ricochet versus the Street Profits versus the Alpha Academy and the Viking Raiders. What match Saturday, Nick, draws your interest the most?
I think, outside of, seeming like this might be Rey Mysterio's last match. So that's always intriguing. And that goes back to, like you said before, I was an old WCW guy, but still even a WWE guy. I mean, Ray's been such a staple in the business for so long, even with Lucha Underground and everything else. So that's going to be, probably the tip-top match emotionally, because you're probably going to see, Ray be done after that, if not shortly after. This is his last feud. But when it comes to matches, I think that the John Cena and Austin Theory match is going to be pretty good. I mean, it's John Cena. I mean, he can make anybody look good, and it's going to be the first match of WrestleMania open up, so it's going to be probably spectacular. But I think the one match that's going to surprise a lot of people is that 4-way tag match. I think there's so much talent there. I mean, Ricochet is all of a sudden coming out of nowhere, looks back to form, looks like he's not feeling any of those ailments from some of the injuries he was nagging down. And just having Braun Strowman, who only has to be a big man, he doesn't have to do anything spectacular, is a great fit for him. And the Viking Raiders coming back, with that old school, just, Road Warriors just beat the crap out of people mentality is kind of cool to watch. And I'll say it, I've said it to you before and I'll say it again. I think Ford is probably one of the most talented athletes that WWE has right now. And I wouldn't be surprised if, this year or maybe into next year's season that he gets a pretty good push as a singles competitor, just because his charisma, everything's there. So that's me. I think those are what really intrigues me for the first day.
Chosen Juan, what match on night 1 hits your sweet spot?
I might have been influenced by some podcasts. Corey Graves After the Bell. Austin Theory was on there, and so was MVP, and just talking about Theory and his potential and where they could go with it. And I really think that Cena does the favors, and you put over Austin Theory, make him a bigger United States champion, make that belt more important, and it's a nice little launching pad. I don't know, for some reason I think Trish, Lita, and Becky is gonna be like really good with the crowd, because that's probably gonna be the last time you see Lita in the ring again. Hopefully, I keep feeling she's gonna hurt her neck.
Yeah, I keep seeing it too.
Yeah.
And then I wouldn't have thought this, but based off the views and response from Dominic punching his son in the face, I don't know. Do you end night 1 with that? And like people really want to see something like that, but I guess Dominic's probably going to go over maybe to continue his momentum as being the ultimate heel. I don't know. Yeah, I think it probably would be Ray's last match. He's going to be doing a big thing for his son.
Yeah, keep in mind they're having the WWE Backlash down in Puerto Rico. I would think I don't know if it'd be Ray's last match just yet, John. I just my opinion, but I would think maybe they kind of extend it a little bit. He is going to the Hall of Fame along with the Great Muta, Stacy Keibler, Andy Kaufman, and I believe it was that. I think it's a little. The Warrior Awards. Tim White, the referee.
Yep.
So Ray is, he's definitely winding it down. I wonder though if they do extend it a little bit. Bad Bunny down there in maybe he's a guest referee or something. I don't know.
Honey
You would think
versus
he'd want to
Dominic.
wrestle, but
That sells itself right there.
yeah.
Yep.
So we'll see. We'll see. It's interesting though if it was Ray's last match. I don't know. I think they could squeeze a little bit more out of it, but that's just my opinion. What do you think of this? Do you think they'll have the main event as the Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley, the women's title? I was thinking maybe that. No?
I think it's going to be Rollins and
Oh yeah,
Logan.
How could I forget that?
And the only reason
on
that
those suits, I know Jimmy was all about trying to get a Rollins worn suit so he can.
Way out of my price range there.
It'd
Chosen
be hard
Juan.
to fit into. Otherwise, I would have made a bid probably.
Yeah, I know. I definitely can't fit in Seth Rollins' gear. He's too cut for me. I got a beer gut.
But I will say, going back to that, I think that's going to be probably one of the most exciting ones. I mean, while there may not be some technical, going on, which we know that Seth is an amazing technical wrestler, there are going to be some spots, and there are going to be some phenomenal spots. And it's not just going to be Seth and Paul. There's going to be plenty of people coming in to cause mayhem. So I think that.
Well, you got.
Go ahead.
Sorry. Oh, you got Logan Paul's brother. You know he's going to show
Paul,
up.
Yeah.
Jake Paul, yeah. You got a fight to promote, probably.
Well, that you got. I'm sure Tyson Fury, who's a big, wrestling guy too, may come over. I mean, there's just so much that they could do with that match. If it's not the main event, then yeah, it's probably Charlotte and Rhea Ripley. But I cannot see them letting Charlotte drop it after she beat Ronda in 18 seconds or whatever it was when she got the belt back.
Yeah.
So
did y'all watch SmackDown and see her little rants? What did y'all think about that? She talked about it's not nepotism, it's not, I guess, her selfishness. She's earned it, and I think she was getting whatted, and she got a little crowd.
Yeah. She played into the that dang Steve Austin. I love Steve, but that what chant? Oh man.
What?
I think that's why they I think that's why Theory had that awesome empty arena. He had the empty arena promo. I can understand because I can't even concentrate when you guys are doing that to me. But Austin Theory had that empty arena promo on Monday night, and they've only brought in Cena one time for this big run. But if this does open, guys, let's cut to the chase and make our picks. Let's open up with Austin, the U.S. title. John Cena is the challenger. He's held the U.S. title for many a time. He had that spinner belt, that sweet spinner belt back in the day. Do you see Cena beating Austin Theory? We'll go. I'll make the opening pick. I kind of flip flopped here. I wasn't sure. Like you're not gonna have Cena win and just to lose it. I don't think he'd carry it over to another pay-per-view. I'm gonna see that they go with Austin Theory here, guys. I don't think he's gonna lose this strap. But Cena will take a chunk of flesh out of him. Theory will somehow get the victory out of it. I'm not sure. You're not gonna see any shenanigans out of this, but I'm saying Austin Theory A-Town somehow proves John Cena wrong after Cena obliterated him on that Monday Night Raw. I don't know. I'm going A-Town, guys. Who wants to go first? Nick?
Go ahead.
All right, I'll go with. I agree, A-Town, and I think it's A-Town wins with an AA.
Ooh.
Even.
Oh,
I think that's the passing, and we know that John is the ultimate handoff guy. He's got absolutely no problem putting anybody over. You're right. He's going to take a pound of flesh, and he's going to make him work for it. But I think in the end, Theory wins by AA.
I do think Theory goes over clean. Cena's gonna, show some respect. They're gonna do a handshake. Everybody's gonna be like, "Wow, this kid is, he's one of the good ones." And as soon as he turns around, nut shot.
Oh,
Give your heat.
Yes,
So
I can see that very.
And he does a little diabolicalness afterwards.
Yeah, it looks like Theory. They're basically it's John Cena from 2 decades ago versus Kurt Angle, only on a heel side of it. But It's definitely they're shaping this kid up like he's the next coming. So okay, a sweep by us. We'll see what the other boys in the contest say when they turn in their picks. Let's go to that match. Nick's looking forward to the Fatal 4-Way with Braun Strowman, Ricochet versus Street Profits, Alpha Academy, and the Viking Raiders. Yeah, this one I think it's got a lot of potential for some great spots. I'm sure Otis is going to be distracted by the models because they're trying to recruit Otis. Viking Raiders, I mean, they might be the most, I guess. I'm trying to think of the word. Kind of hiding in the wings, maybe to steal the victory. But I want to see Montez Ford get a victory here. I don't know if they'll ever break up anytime soon. I want to see Ford and Dawkins get their WrestleMania moment. I know Braun Strowman and Ricochet, I think they came off pretty good on Monday Night Raw. I am going to go Street Profits with the victory. Nick.
You get no argument out of me. I think Street Profits have this one. I think it's going to be the last time you see Otis and Gable together. I know that Gable is possibly in the front run for a new push to get back up there because, I mean, we all know he's so talented. Absolutely so talented. I mean, his mic skills are decent. His technical ability is awesome. It's just I don't think he's ever got that push. And I think it's a perfect opportunity. Put Otis, to the side and let Gable make me probably take a run at AT. So, yep, I'm going with Street Profits.
I agree. I mean, sheesh, if you're picking anybody else, but we're going Street Profits. I wonder how many red solo cups are going to be flying around SoFi Stadium or whatever it's called. Yeah, it's a breakout moment for Montez, and Street Profits go over and look to face whoever comes out of the WWE Unified Tag Team Championship match as the winners.
Yeah, I mean that's the one thing I probably could see the Viking Raiders win because if KO and Sammy win, I just wonder what they're gonna do for heels, but we'll see. I think it's gonna be a great match. Like Nick's looking forward to it. Chad Gable as a singles wrestler, I really like him as a singles guy, but we'll see. We'll see, guys. Let's go to I'm trying to see. I'm just gonna go how I have it in the poster here. Rey Mysterio, father versus son versus Dom. Too bad this isn't like a hair versus mask. Well, I mean, I guess you would know.
Yeah,
I guess you
we've
would.
Seen him.
Yeah, we've seen Ray, but that's sweet. I love Dom's Eddie Guerrero tribute look. It's unbelievable. Like you guys said, I'm really looking forward to this one. I think Ray. I think it's not over for him yet. I think there's a lot of juice to squeeze. I mean, yeah, he's coming down to the end of the road of his career. Dom will get a big victory here for me. I think it's going to be a great night for Judgment Day, in my opinion. And this is the first of a couple of victories, I think, in my books. Give me Dom to get one in on Ray. And did you guys know Dom was in prison before?
Yeah. Hard time. He's done hard time.
Okay, yeah, he did hard time. Anyways, Nick.
Yeah, I'm going the same. I think Dominic takes it, and I wouldn't be surprised. He put on a promo with Rhea this morning on Twitter, where they basically defaced all the Mysterio's gear and everything, and they came to Eddie Guerrero, Latino Heat's car, and he says, "You know what? My dad left me this car. Well, he should have been my dad instead of that deadbeat." And they got in the car, so I'm predicting they show up in the Lolo for the match, and what a perfect opportunity. And you can just tell Ray through this whole storyline has just been so happy and so proud. His kid's getting over. He's turning into that ultimate heel crazy person. So I'm stoked about that. But yeah, I think it's definitely Dominic takes this match.
That'd be a cool entrance. You definitely you're gonna see a lowrider, I bet, for sure.
Yep.
Chosen Juan, what are you thinking, buddy?
Oh, we're going to call it a clean sweep because Dominic is going to win. One of the cool things I thought they could go with is if he beats Dad and Dad doesn't wrestle again, he takes the mask. Give him a Judgment Day mask. He's the new Mysterio, king of luchador, WWE style. And just keep the heat building because nobody gave any thought to Dominic prior to this heel run, and now he's on top of the world.
Yeah. Are they, as far as Ray in the Hall of Fame, are they broadcasting that after SmackDown or during? I can't remember what they said because I don't remember watching last year's Hall of Fame. Actually, Undertaker part. Yeah, I wonder. I don't remember what the advertisement's been, but maybe somebody can on a podcast or YouTube land can tell me in the comments. But yeah, that should be a good matchup, guys. Definitely probably one of the highlights of the night. Let's go to Becky Lynch. Or no, I'm going in order here from the poster. Seth freaking Rollins and Logan Paul. Logan Paul's been looking strong leading up to this. Seth freaking Rollins, he's been losing a lot lately, guys. How much can he lose? Logan's been punching. What is it? The one lucky punch is his moniker. He's been getting in those punches on Seth on Monday Night Raw these past few weeks with the build-up. How you guys like the build-up? Let's get with my pick first, though. I think Seth Rollins is going to eventually start to win, but I also think Logan Paul is going to steal a victory here. Just my opinion. I know that's not going to sit well with some of the masses out there. We can sing the song, but Logan Paul, the unlikable YouTube star. Whoa, I can't even do it right, guys. But I think Logan Paul is going to get a victory over Seth, and Seth will come back whenever he comes back and start getting back on a roll. But that's just my opinion. Logan Paul gets my win. Nick.
I agree again. I think that Logan Paul wins, but I think it's not the way that you think. I think that I think him and The Miz are up for a run. I know that Logan Paul just signed a somewhat long-term contract with WWE, so he owes some matches. I think it could set up for a continuance of the, Seth Rollins, Logan Paul, but I can also see that it's time for Seth Rollins, according to history that we've seen, to kind of change his character up again and kind of maybe take a break and come back with something a little bit more. But I got the same. I got Logan Paul, but I got it with some sneaky interference. So.
Right. Wow. We're pretty much all dead at heat so far. Chosen Juan, are you going to break up this streak of all of us having the same pick? I mean, you're in the lead ahead of us.
I know. I think I'm in the 24/7 title spot. Is that spot 3 or spot 4?
Oh no, you're way ahead of us. We're down in the up.
But let me tell you why you're wrong, brothers. Seth Rollins needs to get a win. It's WrestleMania. He's a Grand Slam champion. He's the money. And I think what would be a great spot is if he got that $1 million Pokemon Pikachu card and curb stomp that thing, get some heat. Obviously, it'd be a fake Pikachu card. Or no, Charizard card. Is he a Charizard guy?
Whatever, he's both. He's got the
whatever that $1 million card is, curb stomp it. Logan Paul is crying, distressed, and he gets the roll up because Vince is booking it, and Rollins wins, and we're not unanimous.
I would love to see that spot. That's a great point there, Chosen One. I'm going to be disappointed now if we don't see that.
But let's put this out there. How many matches has Seth Rollins won at WrestleMania?
Wasn't he he's like the opposite of Johnny Gargano? Or wait. Yeah, he lost to Cody last year.
He hasn't won any matches at WrestleMania. And that is a storyline.
Yeah.
And that's a storyline. Yeah, but that's a storyline. Wow. That he's always looking for his WrestleMania moment. Since he got injured and blew out his knee, that was always the storyline, is I need to get back to WrestleMania. I didn't get it. And now if he loses again, I think we'll see some magic again. But that's just my 2 cents, and I could be wrong. I'm sure that YouTube or the Twitterverse will let me know if he's won and how wrong I am. But
he beat Triple H, Orlando, right?
Did he?
I don't remember the knee post knee stuff.
I don't remember that.
I need to get the loose can. The Triple H, Seth Rollins, Orlando, 33, right? Oh man, getting old sucks, guys. I'm pretty sure he beat.
I think that's the booze talking.
Yeah. No. Anyways, the wrestling universe will correct me if I'm wrong, but
Sure.
I'm not as smart as the loose cannon on WWE history, but all right. Well, I think that's gonna be a great spot if that happens. Chosen Juan. Let's go to the 6 women match. Becky Lynch and Lita. They're the tag champs. So Lita, this isn't for the titles, guys. Obviously, it's a 6 women. So they're gonna have to have a match eventually to drop the title. Trish Stratus joining them, and they're taking on Bayley, Io Sky, and am I drawing a blank on the other gal?
Dakota Kai.
Dakota
Kai, yeah. Damage Control. I know. I'm sorry. This is, I guess, a good spot to have in the middle of the card where it says on the card. I think it'll have some good wrestling in it. It'll obviously be a little bit of calm down. I heard a lot of rumblings after this match that you're supposed to be seeing Trish Stratus turn heel on Becky for them to spin off into a program. I would have to see those guys lose the belts somehow first, but I was going to take Becky Lynch with the Hall of Famers in this one, simple as is. I wonder if Damage Control breaks up after this. We've seen them together a while. I would like to see Io Sky actually be a singles wrestler. That's just my personal opinion because I enjoy watching her wrestle. Even though she's not as strong on the mic. She's good with in groups, I guess, for that part of it. But I do think Becky Lynch, Lita, and Trish Stratus go over in this match. Whether or not Trish turns heel, I am not gonna have my say on that. I'm gonna go with the Hall of Famers and Becky Lynch. What say you guys? Nick?
Damage Control.
Oh, he's got a different one.
Yep. I think that exactly what you said happens. And they have to figure out what to do with the belts after they lose them in a couple weeks. But yeah, definitely Damage Control wins this match. I think it's too early for the breakup. They're starting to gain a little bit of traction. I mean, they do have they got a lot of praise. So I think it's going to be Damage Control. And I will go back and fix my statement. Seth Rollins has been in 10 WrestleManias. He's won 6 and lost 4. However, the last 4, he is 1-3, and he has not won in the last 3 years. So, but yeah, I'm going with Damage Control on this one.
All right. Chosen Juan.
And to add on that, I did look up, and Seth Rollins did defeat Triple H at WrestleMania 33. So you are not inebriated. You are of clear mind. And shouldn't doubt you. But yeah, I mean, I'm going with the icons, Trish, Lita, and Becky. They're gonna win. It's WrestleMania. It's the big time. Damage Control can always get their titles back the next night on Raw.
All right. Let's move on to and this is going to be I think this might be the match of the card. The Usos versus Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships, guys. We've seen the build up. If you're a WWE fan at all and have been living under a rock, man, there's so much momentum for Sami Zayn and KO. They're back together, real life tight friends, best friends. Not Chuck Taylor best friends, but yeah, I just think it's destiny for those guys to end the long reign. I don't even know how many days it's been. They passed the New Day once they beat the New Day. Remember when the New Day passed Demolition, longest reigning WWE Tag Team Champs of all time. Their reign's coming to an end, boys. KO, Sami Zayn get their moment. Their comeuppance from this long feud with the Bloodline. They're going to get one in on Jimmy and Jay and take the straps. That is my prediction. Nick.
Canadian best friends, man.
Oh, and it is WrestleZania, guys.
WrestleZania.
You think of that? You're going to get one of those shirts?
Yeah, I got too much more to add. Yeah, I got too much to add from what you said. I think it's time. And like I said in the very, very beginning, I think the Bloodline takes huge hit this time, at WrestleMania to set up for the next year. So I'm going with KO and Zayn.
Right on.
I am going KO Zayn as well, but I really do think if the Usos maintain and hold on, and we will see Roman also hold on. And so I don't know. Maybe either way, Roman can still hold on to the title, but Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, they deserve the tag titles. I don't think they've been tag team champions on WWE, so that'll be a first and a big pop.
Because this, let's see, there isn't a way for these guys to be disqualified, is it? Or no, it's just a regular tag title match, right? So I guess you could see a disqualification, but I think they're going to win the straps, but we'll see. And then we'll go to that women's SmackDown Women's Championship. I just feel like it's Charlotte Flair and the Rumble winner, Rhea Ripley, down there at the Alamo Dome. It's been Rhea Ripley's year, except for last pay-per-view, Elimination Chamber. If you recall, she had the mixed tag. She lost with Finn Balor to Edge and Beth Phoenix. So that's probably the only momentum slip she's had this year. I think it's Rhea Ripley's 2023 rematch, guys. If you remember the pandemic WrestleMania, it really wasn't as I think Rhea Ripley was going to get built up more there in Tampa. Unfortunately, she kind of might have had her moment stolen, kind of like Drew McIntyre. It's good that they're getting this match in. Charlotte Flair, I don't know her stats. Has she lost to WrestleMania yet? I can't remember. Sure, we could look that up. But I don't think Charlotte Flair's going to win this match. I think it's Rhea Ripley's night once again for the Judgment Day. That's so far for me. Is there a third match? Oh, yeah, the Finn Balor. That's right. 2 of 3 for me. I'm taking Rhea Ripley, guys. Anything, Nick, that I missed, do you think?
Well, I know in the pre-show, I was definitely there on Charlotte's bandwagon, but you convinced me, Jimmy. You've changed my mind mid-show. In the last 58 minutes, you have made me a believer. I'm going with Rhea Ripley of the Judgment Day.
Love it. I think it's her year, guys, but we'll see. We'll see. Chosen Juan? How you liking the build-up, I guess?
It's been all right. Charlotte coming back. It's been something, but it feels like same old to me. I really think Mommy deserves the title, and Charlotte came after her NXT title and took it. Now she's coming after her SmackDown title and is going to take it. And then she's going to go home to Poppy Buddy, whatever his last name is. Buddy, is it just Buddy? I don't know.
Murphy.
I don't know. Oh, is it? I didn't even know that.
There's a Buddy Matthews now. It's Buddy Matthews.
Matthews, yeah. She's going to go home to Buddy.
You guys are breaking news to me. I didn't even know they were together, but
oh, wow. Yeah, he's hating on Dominic because I guess he thinks this is real.
Oh. I'm totally. I'm the one that's under.
Respond. You fake banged my sister, so I can fake bang your girlfriend, and we're even. So, but I don't know. Anyway, Rhea wins. Charlotte can pout and do nothing for however long she's gonna do it. I really feel like she is nepotism personified. She's a good wrestler, but she's basically like Andrade. That's why they do well together.
All right, so we're pretty much almost in agreement for night 1. Let's go to night 2, guys. 6 matches. Feels like we already went through a whole weekend of Mania talking about it, but 6 more matches, guys. Indulge me for a few more here. Let's start off with the Liv Morgan. It's another showcase match, by the way. Fatal 4-way. Liv Morgan is teaming with Raquel Rodriguez versus Natalya and Shotzi versus Ronda Rousey, Shayna Baszler. They're together now. And then added on Monday Night Raw was Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green. The gimmick of her, it's hilarious. She's like a Karen out there, always complaining to Adam Pearce there backstage. I've been enjoying it, actually. I wish Liv Morgan had some steam And I like Raquel Rodriguez. Like I talked to Firefighter Mike in a previous segment. I just wish they'd build up Raquel Rodriguez here in the coming months. I need to know more about her on the main roster. Natalya, will she ever get another spotlight match as a singles? We'll see. But her and Shotzi as a team, I'm not seeing it in this one. Sonya and Chelsea, they're probably there to take the pin. I'm taking Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler to win this match, guys. Simple as that.
Yeah, I'm with you. And then, a tag team match that's not for a strap, not for a chance or a title or anything else. I think this is their chance to make Ronda look strong again. And I think she actually gets the win by submission, probably on Sonya Deville. I think they want to protect Chelsea Green's character as long as possible as being that, hey, I didn't get a chance, blah, blah, blah. So I agree with you. I think it's Baszler and Rousey.
Isn't Ronda hurt? I guess that's what wasn't there reports that she has something going on.
Elbow.
Yeah. So Jimmy wants to learn more about Raquel. Well, here you get the chance because they're gonna win. Liv Raquel win.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Liv Morgan, she manages to get wins here and there, and this is one of those theirs. I got them going over and get a little FaceTime.
I can never vote for Kmart Alexa. So.
Oh yeah. Do you guys see where? I hear Alexa's rumored to be back. Where would she fall in? You think would be a championship match area for one of these ladies?
Just waiting for Bray to get healthy.
Yeah, that's unfortunate that Bray and Lashley are not going to have that program. But we'll see. I like that pick though, John. I want to see more Raquel Rodriguez. I like her a lot. Let's go to Brock Lesnar and Omos. They had the weigh-in this past Monday. I still think this is going to be a really short match. Over under 3 minutes. I'm taking under. I know you might see Omos get a couple of things in, maybe. I don't know. It's purely a main attraction, big man versus big man. Lesnar, this guy needs a win. He's going to just crush Omos, in my opinion. Under 3 minutes. Give me Brock Lesnar. Nick?
I got Brock with the over, though. I think it's going to last longer than 3 minutes. I think Brock's going to make it last longer than 3 minutes. I think originally this was supposed to be booked with Brock losing to Omos with interference from Lashley, and we see the reuniting of the Hurt Business. But with Lashley being, kind of on the shelf for now, I think that might have to wait. So I could see it where Brock wins and they ask for a rematch on, next week's Raw or maybe the week after, depending on how quickly Lashley can get over being sick and move on from there. But yeah, I think that's the end state is you're going to see the Hurt Business reunited with, Omos being one of their staples too. But I'm still going with Brock. I think it's going to last longer than 3 minutes. I think it's going to be a slobber knocker.
Yeah. Chosen Juan.
I don't know if they go over or under, but Brock is going to kill him. So I'm going to go with that. Omos they can regroup later, but there's no way Omos beats Brock one-on-one at WrestleMania. Book it, Brock.
Is Brock Lesnar done with WWE after this, or is he still I thought I heard somebody say he's done now, but I mean we see him come and go obviously, but I don't know his contract, but
he makes a lot of money for wrestling very few matches. I think he'll be all right.
Okay.
Yeah, and he makes a lot of money for the E by wrestling very few matches. So.
Yeah. All right, boys. This is a match I'm looking forward to. I mean, I'm there's only a few Hell in a Cells I've ever really enjoyed, to be honest, but I'm really looking forward to this one. Edge coming as the devil, and Finn Balor coming as the demon. But Finn Balor bringing back the demon, isn't that a babyface move? I'm not sure. And also, is he going to be coming in as a purple demon instead of a red demon because he's part of the Judgment Day? Or that to me would mean he'd lose, but that's just me thinking. I think Edge is going to actually put Finn Balor over, but we're going to probably see Gangrel come out with them. Like you said, Nick, unfortunately, Christian can't join them. It'll be a bust-ass match. I don't know how anybody would interfere. Damian Priest, he doesn't really have a place on the card. You got to think he's going to be somehow involved in this since he doesn't really have a match. But I am going for the clean sweep for the Judgment Day, and I have got Finn Balor winning big over Edge. Nick?
Well, we'll start off by saying this match hurts my heart because I don't know which way to go. I'm a old school Edge fan. Watched him since he joined, Indy all the way up to today. I do, however, think that he made his last run. He did exactly what he needed to do. Felt like he did what he needed to do, and it's wind down season. With that said, I think that Finn is going to allow Edge to be the only one to beat the Demon. So I'm going with Edge.
Oh,
Nice. Ooh.
on contraire, I believe Roman beat the Demon, didn't he?
Maybe.
I believe it was
Oh,
on
yeah.
Raw, and
Maybe I don't count any of
Is that the
Roman's
one where
matches as
he
anything.
slipped on the ropes?
he heard something and it was some weird shenanigans.
Yeah, he got hurt.
Oh, yeah.
He couldn't
Oh, man.
continue, so they stopped the match. But I don't pay attention to what Roman matches are because, well, I just don't care.
Such a hater.
I'm just kidding. Great wrestler. Just I think the Bloodline storyline is over. But nope, I got Edge beating Finn. I think it's definitely winding down, and I think that their rivalry is almost done. But I think that gives the end. I think this is it.
Yeah, make it a clean sweep. The Demon goes over. He's a personification of Finn's best everything that makes him a good wrestler, I guess. I don't know if that makes any sense. But
I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to the entrances. That'll be a big.
It's gonna be phenomenal.
But yeah, he did the job at the last pay-per-view, so Edge's time to kind of let him go over. And Judgment Day has the momentum. Judgment Day should continue on.
Real quick, do you see these guys going on top of that sucker, or Loose Cannon showed? They're not doing the red cage. At least it wasn't red when they. I've seen some photos of the actual stage or the arena. They did show the Hell in a Cell, and it's the traditional regular gray one. So I don't think you're going to see the last few pay-per-views they've had for Hell in a Cell. It's been that red cage. Not that it makes a difference, but visually it doesn't really bother me as much as a lot of people like the traditional color of the gray one is what I'm saying, I guess. But do you see those guys going outside on top type of mankind type stuff, or do they keep it inside?
I think they keep it inside. I don't think Edge could be in hanging out on top of the cage.
I think someone goes outside and there's someone on top wrestling somebody else on top. But I agree. I think that there's no way that they would let Edge take that spot.
Maybe it's Priest and Gangrel. They're gonna have to helicopter Gangrel up there.
I don't know if he can climb it.
He runs his own wrestling school. I'm sure he's in better shape than me, right?
Yeah.
All right, so that should be interesting and a good attraction in the middle of the card. This is I forgot to mention this matchup as probably one of the matchups I'm looking forward to most, guys. The Intercontinental title, Intercontinental Championship match, triple threat. We've seen a bust-ass match with Gunther and Sheamus at the Clash at the Castle this past summer. This time, Drew McIntyre's thrown in there with the Banger Bros. Sheamus, Drew McIntyre, been pals, and also fun rivals. Mix them in there with Gunther for the triple threat. The IC title was never featured on WrestleMania during a lot of the last decade. Chosen Juan, I mean, most of the Manias I've seen, the Intercontinental strap was just as a cannon fodder. It was maybe a pre-show match, but I am glad a guy like Gunther, I know we liked his name better before, Walter, but this guy's done a phenomenal job. Who was it? It was you, Chosen One, in our Rumble poll. You won with him as the Iron Man. He went from 1 all the way to 30 or 29, and Cody was the one that eliminated. I think you're eventually going to see those two meet at some point this year when Cody has that title, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. Gunther is going to, unfortunately, drop the Intercontinental strap. Is it Sheamus that's never had the Intercontinental title?
That is true.
I have him getting that title and having a big Mania moment. McIntyre, he'll be disappointed, but they'll probably. Oh, sorry if I knocked the mic there. Made a noise, but I think Sheamus has a big WrestleMania moment and wins that Intercontinental strap. That is my pick. I think this might. Somebody's frowning on me. I don't think it'll be the match of the night, but it's going to be like right there because I'm saving the match of the night for the main event. But Nick, how crazy am I?
I think you're onto something, but Gunther's not dropping the strap at WrestleMania.
All right.
I don't see it. Sheamus and McIntyre, how much do they really need to get over? They're already there. I mean, they're already as big as they want to be, right? I think that Gunther, there's a lot of other competition out there that would be more formidable than the two of them. So I got Gunther retaining and clean match again. Clean match.
Yeah, I think it's going to be one of the matches of the whole weekend. To tell you the truth, that's what I meant to say. I can't wait to see this match. It's up there for me. I really like Gunther. I think he's going to be rocket shipped as soon as he's going to go in that world title scene. Because you're not going to have Roman, at least in my opinion. We'll see. But Chosen One.
I think this has the most interesting possibilities. Drew never got his big title win at WrestleMania. Could happen if he won the IC title. Sheamus has never been an IC champion. He could be a super grand slam champion. But there's rumblings that there's a certain former IC champ who's very worried. And that's the Honky Tonk Man, because the Honky Tonk meter is closing in. Gunther is gonna break the record.
Oh.
Believe that. Gunther wins. And I'm sure Drew and Sheamus are gonna just beat each other up and Gunther's gonna get a cheap win, but it doesn't matter when we're talking about the Honky Tonk meter. Longest reigning IC champion will be Gunther at some point, and he will unify the titles in his Ultimate Warrior match moment. And
oh wow.
Yeah. And that'll be Cody's destiny if he does sneak in a win.
I wish I could. I'm not changing my pick, but
yes, you are.
I'm not.
It's not booked.
Sheamus. I still want. I want to see Sheamus have that. But I do like your. You have a great booking there. I didn't think about the Honky Tonk meter.
Honky Tonk Man is going to be on front row looking, and he's going to be like, he's going to hit somebody over the head with a guitar.
Well, you remember that match with the Ultimate Warrior when he lost it? It was like just like that at SummerSlam. That's what he says. Yeah. Totally shouldn't have been booked that way. Yeah. I've never met the Honky Tonk Man. He sounds like a real person.
Danny Davis was the referee in that match. Probably.
Oh, yeah.
I just made that up.
It was his era, but you could be. He was a heel back then, so I'm sure it was some other. It was probably like Joey Morella or something. I'll have to replay SummerSlam of that year. Was that 89 or 88? Anyways, Nick, you gave me Gunther as well. So I'm the lone wolf on this panel. We'll see what the rest of the guys say. All right, guys, we're almost done. The women's match for the Raw Women's Championship. Bianca Belair is the incumbent champion. She's had it for a full year. She's taken on the new revamped Asuka. I got to say, I'm kind of underwhelmed with the build-up, I guess. I am looking forward to the match. I think they're both two of the top women as far as athletes. Bianca is kind of getting a little stale for me on the mic. Maybe she's kind of going to go through a heel run, maybe. Asuka's been built up to be back to Asuka again. Remember her being undefeated Asuka. I miss that kind of character. Unfortunately for Asuka, I like her. I think Belair retained. This is the champion I have retaining. I just don't see Belair losing it. And I'm hoping people pick Asuka because I need points to get in the standings because Right now, I'm the European champion down in our standings. I need to move up in the main event scene. I'm taking a chance here, guys. Give me Bianca Belair, the EST of WWE. Nick?
Well, as your reigning and defending hardcore champion, taking up the rear, I disagree. I think Asuka takes this one. I think Belair drops it to her. And if there is something more serious with Mr. Wyatt, and that they probably know, and they know exactly what's going on, if there is something significant, this is a perfect opportunity to bring out my girl, Alexa, to go against the new Demon Asuka. So it just makes it very intriguing. I think that Belair has done a phenomenal job. I mean, talk about probably one of the top female wrestlers there are, but you're right. She's getting stale on the mic. It's just getting to a point of where, hey, it's time for her to take a little vacation anyway. So I think Asuka pulls it out, and we'll see in the next, if not at WrestleMania, in the next couple months, we'll see a Bliss versus Asuka for the strap, and that's going to carry probably into next WrestleMania, where Belair will come back. So sometime before that, but that's just me, or maybe the Royal Rumble for Belair.
I'm gonna have to win some NXT matches, I think, maybe. It's you guys are starting to, your picks are your arguments with your winners you're very convincing, so you're making me fear my picks. But Chosen One, let's go to you, buddy.
Well, I think great minds think alike, and the Colonel and I are on the same page. Asuka's new look is based off her original look, Kana, and Kana was not a good person. She's a heel. And like you said, Bianca is a little bit stale. She seems to overcome Mary. She's like the Hulk Hogan of the women's division. She keeps winning, and I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing. And then, if you read the dirt sheets, she's got an agent, and I don't think the head HQ people don't really like that. So yeah, I don't know. I'm going Asuka. Yeah, set it up for Asuka versus Bliss. Those were always great matches, in my opinion.
Not that she's a part of the title scene, but what happened to Carmella? I mean, she was at the Elimination Chamber.
She got hurt.
She had an injury, right? Oh, she hurt again?
Yep, she got hurt.
Oh,
She was supposed to be with Chelsea in the match, the 4-way.
Oh, okay, that's right. I was wondering,
yeah,
because you need back to that tag title scene. You need some more tag teams.
Yeah, and I think Corey Grave accidentally let it slip that it was a real injury during commentary.
Okay.
So
I missed that. Okay, guys. Hopefully this doesn't hurt your ears, but it's main event time, boys. SoFi Stadium, the place to be. There's going to be a ton of pyro, just entrances alone. Who's going to have more pyro? We've got this is for the WWE Universal Heavyweight Championship. Roman Reigns, the champion, taking on the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Can he finish the story? The tribal chief has had the title. I can't remember how many days. John, do you have? I don't know. It's 900.
It's 942 currently. So Sunday it'll be 945. And yeah.
By the way, kudos to our small package champion, Louis Tully. Once Sunday hits, if he retains or loses, he would have held our championship for 721 days. Going back to the pandemic mania in Tampa. So kudos to Craig if he ever watches this or listens to the pod.
Who booked that?
He's been a great champ. I know.
Rigged.
Rory, it was just my first. It was just me and the England boys with Mark Wood when we started out. It was just four of us picking matches. Rory was always the best, so he kind of gets a little nod too. He had a reign for 2 years, but ever since I've gotten all you fine gents to join me, Louis Tully, Craig Anderson from back there in Maryland, the DMV, great guy. He's a big AEW guy. Still loves certain aspects of the WWE. I'm sure he's going to watch. He's been a gracious champion, and let's see if he loses. Because ahead of him, I didn't mention us on the show yet. we've got out of control Cody Thomas right now is our leader. He has 119 points for all the pay-per-views we've done since last Mania, including AEW shows. And then Loose Cannon, John Lopez, the other Lopez, 118 points. He's 1 point back. And then Tully, the champ, he's got some work to do, guys. 116 points. And then there's the Chosen Juan. Our John Lopez right here. You're still in striking distance. Have a big NXT guy on Saturday. Maybe you can get back into it. 114 points. Chosen Juan, can you get back into it? We'll see. But this match is for it all. And this is the big story of the weekend there in LA. Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes. I really like the build-up. I've liked Cody versus Paul Heyman on the mics. Cody comes off Raw beating Solo Sikoa, giving Solo's first loss on the main roster. How many crossroads did he take? I forgot. He made Solo look pretty strong, but Cody got the win there. Interesting. Cody wanted to take that match before this big match, but I think Roman Reigns' reign is over, and the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, goes off into the LA evening with more pyro than you've ever seen in your life. Hopefully that place doesn't burn down. Give me Cody Rhodes, and he's going to make his dad proud up there in heaven. The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Son of a plumber. I got it right this time, guys. Give me Cody Rhodes for the win, guys. Nick?
Oh, I got the son of the plumber to take this win. I got Cody pulling it off, and I got Reigns taking a little bit of a hiatus. It's just time. It was supposed to be last time, and Cody got hurt and was out for a while. So it's time. It's time, and I think that Cody is probably if not the biggest draw right now. He's a phenomenal tactician. He's got moves. He's got charisma. He's got mic skills, which is what I think the E did wrong with him. His first run was he didn't give him enough time to talk. I mean, he made him gimmicky, but I think Cody takes it, and I think there's going to be interference, but Cody's going to overcome, and that's going to make him even stronger, which will give us a nice, long, comfortable title reign for a while. Not as long as Roman's had, but at least until next Mania.
All right. Chosen One, I know you're still thinking Reigns, I think. I'm not sure. What's the official decision here?
365 days from Sunday, we'll be at 1,310, and the man will still be the tribal chief. There's only one guy that has a t-shirt that says Needle Mover. It's not Cody. There's only one fan who owns a crowd now as the heel better than the other guy who was a face that turned to a heel that didn't want to be a heel but got booed a lot. And that's Roman still. And Vince doesn't want to look on his Twitter on Monday and see Tony Khan saying an AEW guy is the WWE Undisputed Champion. Roman Reigns wins. The story continues till next WrestleMania.
That would indeed put Roman in his other saying is God mode, right? I mean,
God
this
mode.
guy.
I forgot about God mode.
Just remember, certain people don't have to put Needle Mover on a t-shirt.
Oh.
They just are.
Well, Roman's got so many sayings anymore. I don't even know how many t-shirts he has, but holy crap.
I don't know why he got rid of Believe That. That was nice and simple.
It was good.
You remember when they talked about his color of his eyes when he had the contacts?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
There are some low moments for that. I mean, Roman's always had that it factor, but there are some low moments for that guy. I remember when he was babyface, the suffering sucker tag. Oh God, I know that wasn't him saying that. I know that had to be Vince or one of those writers. But wow. No. Roman, I've enjoyed his character here with the Bloodline. I know he's not a fan of Nick's, but I can't wait, guys. Let's go around one more time. You guys get real gracious with your time. One more time, guys. Going around, is there anything maybe you left out?
I think
Nick?
one of your original questions was whether or not we liked the 2 days versus a 1-day Mania, and I'm not set on it. It feels to me extended and long. It feels like we put things in there match wise that just aren't unnecessary, like the 4-way for both tag team, 4 ways. But I will say, in the end, I've been greatly shocked with filling each day with its own roller coaster and its own ups and its own downs and its own free time. So I think it's going to be good. I hope it's good. If it's a Bloodline sweep and Judgment Day loses all 3, we're right back where we were a year ago. So, but that might be the plan. I don't know. So I'm excited to look for it. I want to thank you, Mailman, for being a gracious host and letting us come on here and gab and talk wrestling and
anytime, guys.
Sports entertainment with you. So thanks, and we'll see you next time.
Chosen Juan, you've been with me. Well, Nick has too. You guys have been pretty much all my Rumble contests. I mean, I enjoy you guys' enthusiasm. You joining me. You guys will be back next year, right? For another go at it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I still think we need to get some sort of. I always think we should all pitch in, and the winner gets the title, and maybe at least get a belt and change the nameplates. We can get customized nameplates, I think. So that would be rock that for a year.
Yeah. No. I'm about it.
I'm in the works of doing something. My original, I had a mini belt. Rory still has it, but I'm just gonna let him keep it because I think we should get a belt that the winner gets, and it can rotate. It does.
Yeah, let's get a full size and, like you said, get some nameplates around in there.
And then
post be cool.
With a belt once a week at least, or some shit. But just so I can doubt your last picks. Cody does have another route, and it is this. He just has to climb the ladder, get a briefcase, and then he can lose to Roman again. 2 losses to Roman Reigns. That's how you build a story.
Yeah, no, but Seth Rollins is going to win that. Don't worry about it.
Oh, maybe.
If you recall, our guys over in England, Money in the Bank is over there this year, guys. I can't remember what month that is. Is it in the summer? The next WWE is May 6th with Backlash. I think that's usually. Yeah, I just can't remember the exact. I would assume it's May or June. July-ish. So we'll find out who has that Money in the Bank then. Until then, this has been episode 13 of the Small Package, our WrestleMania 39 Roundtable. WrestleMania Goes to Hollywood. I want to thank the Colonel, Nick Reedy. Hopefully you got a clean slate, buddy. As soon as this season is over.
I'm going to need it. I'm going to need it.
Chosen One, you need a little work, but you're up there. You had a great season. You're in striking distance. Maybe you are the Money in the Bank holder next year, or you can cash in.
2 seasons ago at the end of y'all sessions, I think I was at the bottom of that. And I had a bad season last year. But, if they wanted to put asses in seats, they would just go with my picks. And so I would be at the top. So if it wasn't for incompetence, I would be the champion every year.
Boy. Chosen One, again, thank you for joining us first time. Enjoyed the hell out of you guys. Enjoy the show this weekend and have a blast. And we'll talk to you. We'll get some reactions. I don't know when we're going to have another show, but I'll be in the loop getting y'all's reactions. I won't be live on Saturday, but I will watch Sunday morning. But I will be live Sunday night to join in the banner in our chat group. And I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. The Mailman, Jimmy Milstead, signing off. My thanks to Chosen Juan, John Lopez, and the Colonel, Nick Reedy. Enjoy WrestleMania. As Gorilla Monsoon always said, it's going to be a happening. Good night, guys.